Are you truly living in the present, or are you stuck in a cycle of regret and anxiety? The Stoics knew a secret, one that can free your mind from endless worries and distractions. Imagine a life where external chaos no longer affects your inner peace. Sounds impossible? It's not. The key is simple. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. But how? What if I told you that the key to inner peace isn't avoiding hardships, but imagining them? Sounds strange, right? But the Stoics believed that to truly master life, you must confront your fears before they happen. Ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen in your life right now? Losing your job? Failing at something important? Losing someone you love? These thoughts might make you uncomfortable, but that's exactly why you need to face them. Because once you do, they lose their power over you. This is the art of negative visualization, a powerful Stoic practice that will make you stronger, more resilient, and unshakable in the face of adversity. Are you ready to train your mind for anything? Then keep watching. The trap of overthinking and worrying. Think about this. How often do you find yourself worrying about things that haven't even happened? The Stoics believed that most of our suffering comes from our own thoughts, not reality itself. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But if we know this, why do we still let our thoughts control us? Because we are addicted to control. We want certainty in an uncertain world. But the truth is, no matter how much we plan, worry, or analyze, the future remains unpredictable. The only moment that is real is this one, the present, and learning to fully embrace it is the ultimate Stoic skill. Detaching from external chaos. Look around. We live in an age of constant noise, social media, news, opinions, endless distractions. Everything demands your attention, pulling you away from your own mind. Epictetus warned us about this centuries ago. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. But how do you do that? How do you find peace in a world that thrives on chaos? It starts with a shift in focus. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, take action. If no, let it go. The more you detach from things you can't control, other people's opinions, unexpected events, or even past mistakes, the more peace you will gain. Living fully in the present. When was the last time you truly experienced the present moment? No distractions, no overthinking, just fully engaged in what you were doing? The Stoics practiced this intentionally. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the air in your lungs, the sensation of being alive. This moment is the only thing that is real. Everything else, your past, your future, exists only in your mind. When you realize this deeply, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering." Here's a challenge. For the next 24 hours, practice extreme present moment awareness. Every time you catch yourself worrying about something beyond your control, stop. Take a breath and refocus on what's in front of you. Then, comment below, what was the hardest part? Let's build this mindset together. Why fear controls you, and how to break free. Think about it. How much of your anxiety comes from what might happen rather than what is happening? Most of us suffer not from reality, but from our imagination. Seneca put it perfectly. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. But why? Because our minds are wired for survival. We overanalyze, we overthink, we create worst-case scenarios that may never happen. And in doing so, we waste time, energy, and peace on things that aren't real. But what if you could use this same fear to your advantage? Instead of running from these thoughts, you could confront them head-on, prepare for them, and in the process, eliminate their power over you. That's exactly what the Stoics did. The power of negative visualization. The practice of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, is simple yet powerful. Imagine the worst-case scenario. What's something you deeply fear? Losing your income, failing at your dream, facing rejection. Picture it happening in detail. Accept it mentally. Instead of resisting, accept that this outcome could happen. How would you feel? What would you do? Prepare yourself emotionally. Now that you've seen the worst, realize that you can survive it. You can adapt, rebuild, and move forward. This practice isn't about being negative. It's about being prepared. If you've already faced your worst fears in your mind, nothing can truly shake you in reality. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. He would remind himself that each morning he might encounter rude people, failures, or unexpected hardships, but by expecting them, he could stay calm and in control. Think about your own life. What challenge scares you the most right now? What if you imagined yourself overcoming it? How different would you feel? Why this makes you stronger? Most people avoid thinking about worst-case scenarios because they believe it will make them more anxious. But the truth is the opposite. By facing your fears, you reduce their control over you. Imagine you have an important interview and you're terrified of failing. Instead of blindly hoping for the best, try this. Visualize yourself messing up. Maybe you forget your words. Maybe the interviewer isn't impressed. Now mentally accept it. If that happens, what would you do? You'd learn, improve, and try again. And finally, visualize yourself handling it. Instead of panicking, you stay composed, respond calmly, and move forward. By practicing this beforehand, you've already lived the worst-case scenario. So if it actually happens, it won't break you. This is how negative visualization turns fear into power. You're no longer hoping for an easy life. You're training for any life. How to use negative visualization daily. Want to start using this today? Here's how. Each morning, take 5 minutes to reflect. What could go wrong today? What obstacles might you face? Visualize yourself handling those challenges with strength. See yourself staying calm, thinking clearly, and taking the right actions. Practice gratitude immediately after. Once you've visualized losing something, appreciate what you have even more. This simple habit will train your mind to expect hardships without fear, making you calmer and more prepared in every situation. Seneca advised, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." The more you practice this, the more unshakable you become. Can you face your fears? Now let's put this into action. Right now, comment below. What's one fear you have? What's one worst-case scenario you need to visualize and prepare for? By writing it down, you're already taking the first step toward mastering it. And if this lesson helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and share this video with someone who needs it. Because true strength isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about being ready for them. Stay strong, stay stoic,